Okay, so I want to share with you some of the tools that you'll see in the pharmacy. Kind of go over that so you're a little bit familiar with it before you actually go. So in the pharmacy, you're going to work with a pharmacist, other technicians, computers, phones. You're going to have to be able to multitask. But as far as tools go for the pharmacy and a technician, you're going to have a spatula and a tray. You don't need to purchase that. We'll have these available in the live classroom to use to practice. So this is not something you have to purchase, okay? You will also need to use a calculator, so you definitely want to have your hands on a calculator at home to practice prescriptions. That's going to be a huge part of the PTCB certification test. You will need to be able to calculate formulas, calculate day supply, calculate. We do a lot of calculating. I just have a couple samples of bottles. This one is just, let's see. This is a 4-ounce bottle. You can't see it in the video, but it is marked on the sides. On this side, here's your marked in mLs. It's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. And on this side, it's marked just in number of ounces. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So we'll talk more about conversions of liquids and whatnot in another video. Here's a larger vial, a small vial. On the bottom of your vials, it tells you what size. So this is a 10, this is a 40, that's a 40 also. So there are multiple sizes. Each pharmacy is going to have what they use most and what's most cost effective because they're not cheap. I've been in pharmacies where we've had 5 options, and I've been in pharmacies where we have 7 options. So it's going to really depend on where you're working and what size. And basically, you're going to learn over time how to judge quickly what size bottle you actually need to fill your prescription. But then you still have sometimes where, oh, that's not big enough, and you have to switch bottles, and that's okay. For this class, I am going to be following a PTCB exam guidebook. This is only one of numerous books out there. There are many, many, many different books that you can use, and I highly recommend that you do use one of these books so you can prepare for the test. Again, a lot of what you're going to learn is going to come in the pharmacy, in this classroom, but any one of these PTCB exam books would be an amazing tool to help you out. I also have another tool resource. I purchased this Pharmacy Tech PTCE. So this is a Pharmacy Tech certification exam guide. It's a quick guide. You may have seen these in other classes. I think I paid $5 on Amazon for it, but this gives a lot of just quick references, and we can look at some of this as we go, and I'm sure it's a tool that I'll use as we go because I want you to be familiar with how to use one of these as you're prepping. This has top 100 drugs, controlled substances, Roman numerals. Roman numerals is something that's used often when doctors write prescriptions out. It's also got pet medicine in here. I didn't notice that when I first got it. A little bit of practice on math, and then SIG abbreviations, which we'll spend a lot of time on that because that's really the meat and potatoes of understanding a prescription because doctors use SIG codes. So we'll go on that. Something new since COVID came out is they put in an emergency approval for pharmacy technicians to, excuse me, let me make that clear, certified pharmacy technicians to become vaccinators. because there's such a high demand and such a need for people to help out with vaccination. So I wanted to share some of the PPE, which is personal protection equipment. This is a shot guide. This goes over needle lengths. I think this is a great thing to start learning because this is one of the things that I have a huge mental block with on is still remembering the needle sizes, syringe sizes. So that's something that you definitely can use. You've probably seen these on people at the doctor's office. This is a face shield that we use when we're giving vaccinations. And then I have just a kit that's got some masks and alcohol swabs. So there's many kinds of PPE, but these are the basics. I also should have brought a pair of gloves, but yes, we have to wear gloves when we do vaccinations and when we handle HD drugs, which we'll get there as we go. So these are just some tools, and I will add links so you can find this particular book, shop for other books, and this quick guide, so you can purchase that if you would like to. Now, if you're in the actual classroom with me, I will have copies for you, but for those of you that are virtual, I'll have the link there so you have the option to look up different ones or even follow along with the same book. All right, thanks.